You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Markeia Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
There appears to be some relationship troubles, both in the ring and out of the ring, that we discovered here on SmackDown, and we're going to talk about it today. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV for Friday Night SmackDown, everyone. I'm Christian Rosenberg, holding down the fort, but as always, not doing it alone. I got my man in the shades, Mr. Romore.
Yes,
here.
in the house once again, as always. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And sitting next to you, Corey was unable to make it this week. She had a prior engagement.
Really?
But fear not.
I thought Corey got a tan.
No, she did not.
Beautiful caramel chocolate brown.
That's right. We replaced one lovely woman with another lovely woman. From Main Event AfterBuzz, Markeia McCarty is hanging out with us.
Hey guys, glad to be here. First time on SmackDown.
Yeah, thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah, thank
Welcome
you.
to the
Thanks for
club.
having me.
Yeah, what did you think of your SmackDown experience thus far, watching it in the screening room with us and all that?
Well, I'm used to Main Event, so we get like 3, maybe 4 matches in a night, and I clocked you guys at about 7.
Which all combined to be about 9 minutes long.
That's right. Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, the big leagues. A
lot of matches, less time.
Quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Well, that was the theme this week, because this week, for whatever reason, we had a bunch of matches under 5 minutes on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then we had a half hour for the main. So
That's why.
well, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Like, just in case you didn't know.
I had no idea.
Make sure.
Oh, that's how the math worked. All right. So SmackDown, hailing from Columbus, Ohio. We start SmackDown off with a recap from Raw of that stretcher match between Cena and Kane, where Cena earned himself a spot in the Money in the Bank title match by defeating Kane in that match. And I filled in on Main Event this past Wednesday, and Kane appeared on Main Event as he appeared on SmackDown, which we'll talk about later on. It was just like, a stretcher match should mean that the loser was beat up so badly they should be off TV for at least a week.
Usually.
And that didn't happen.
No, well, it was a very comfy stretcher.
It was
know?
very padded stretcher.
Absolutely. It just, helped his energy zoink right back up.
Rehab.
24-hour rehab.
Well, it helps that he's a demon from hell, too, so I'm sure he recharges batteries.
So they had to make sure it was a nice, comfy stretcher.
It was the most padded stretcher I've ever seen in my life. Like, I wanted to take a nap on that stretcher.
Yeah,
it looked really comfortable.
That's good.
It was like a sleep number bed, but it was a stretcher.
What is his number? I wonder.
We'd have to ask him.
Okay.
I'm guessing 24.
WWE brought to you by Tempur-Pedic.
There you go. We're not brought to you by Tempur-Pedic, but we are sponsored by Markeia Menounos' new book.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about off the camera.
Set it up.
Segue.
Fantastic.
Markeia Menounos is the Evergirl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, a New York Times bestseller. It is available at all bookstores. Great advice as far as, your diets, your exercises, and some really cool stories in here. Wrestling fans will enjoy it. Some stuff in here with Bob Backlund, Stacy Keibler, her appearance at WrestleMania. And this isn't just for women. Also, guys can definitely get good tips out of this book as well. I'm not going to lie. I got a copy. I've been looking through it. And you know what? I'm feeling pretty good.
You've been doing some of the workouts?
I've been doing a couple of workouts. Can you tell?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course, absolutely.
Thank you, Markeia, for your support that I never get any week here from Rome.
I know what Markeia Menounos looks like.
Yeah,
Well, Maria's in a little better shape than me. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about that. But
Maybe she's had a little bit more time with her workouts.
if I continue to follow this,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I'm going to look like Markeia because that would just be kind of weird.
It would be.
But I will get in better shape, and as will all of you if you go ahead and buy a copy of that book. So we start SmackDown off with your classic, let's get everyone that's involved in the main event and have them all briefly explain why they're going to win the main event.
Right.
Cena starts And Cena, he starts off as comedy Cena, talking about, like, everyone's got all these questions about me. Why do I love neon colors? Why do I say you can't see me where visibly it's clear that you all always can? And why are their titles hanging above the ring? And then he goes in like super fast speed, trying to break down the whole story of why there are titles up there. Then he gets serious. Serious Cena.
Seriously serious.
Seriously serious. And goes on saying, I'm going to walk out the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Del Rio interrupts him. And Del Rio's like, hey, I was the first one to qualify. And everyone forgot he was in it. And he's like, I'm going to win it. And then he's interrupted by Sheamus. And Sheamus says, well, nobody cares what Alberto Del Rio has to say.
Oh, say it in the Irish accent. Do it.
I don't have an Irish accent.
Oh.
I know I look Irish, but I actually have no Irish in me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sheamus was very much a crowd favorite. Loved that. I love
There's
his
a
salt of
joke
the earth.
there.
Oh, not even. He's the U.S. champion holder. Was it championship?
From Ireland.
Yeah. Hey, we are a melting pot. He's representative of that.
Well, that's why I again I mentioned on main event. I'm like if Rusev feuded with Sheamus over the United States title, would anyone chant USA?
Of course. Yes.
You would hope so.
Yeah. Well,
Just
so
let
anyway,
Zeb come out and you can turn Zeb face immediately like that.
yeah. So Sheamus, he talks about how he's gonna win and carry around too much luggage because he'll be the United States champion and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Then he is interrupted by Cesaro and Heyman. And Heyman does his usual spiel about how he strategizes. And he strategized to help Brock Lesnar defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And he's going to strategize to have Cesaro win the Money in the Bank.
You got to love Heyman, the hype man.
Heyman, the hype man.
Yeah,
he should
he's
start
great
using
at
that as his name.
It's just like him and Flavor Flav right now.
Done.
Best
That's it.
hype man in history.
That's it.
Man.
Yeah.
Someone create a meme with the two of them together, please.
Photoshop the clock on the Paul Heyman.
Oh my God, do it. Do it, people.
Like pimp out his rascal.
Yeah. Oh, that would be dope.
I'm opening my Twitter right now to make sure that I can see that as soon as someone makes it, because someone's going to. That they then get interrupted by Reigns, who's still going down the stairs. And this was the only intriguing part I found of this whole segment. Reigns talking about, it doesn't matter who I have to go through, and then he just walks right into Cena's face. And the crowd's like, oh. Bill's like, okay, well, now we have a small wrench in what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it also says, well, for me, that Reigns, he considers Cena to be the #1 competition. Everybody else there, I can take care of that. But the very fact that he stepped up on Cena, I was like, whoa. Okay, so maybe it's going to boil down to the two of them, and I'd love to see that match work out.
That would be cool eventually, once the stories unfold for that. And finally, they're interrupted by Orton. So Bray Wyatt does not decide to appear in this. His promos are too good to be in this. Orton just mentions that those titles are coming home, talks trash about Reigns, and Reigns just runs up the ramp and starts brawling with Orton. In the meantime, then the other 4 guys start brawling with each other in the ring, and Cena and Sheamus are the ones left standing as a little preview for our main event to happen at the end of the evening. Rollins versus Kofi. Kofi had a match.
Yes. Oh, I wonder who won. Kofi versus anybody.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Don't play that with me. It's like it's I feel so sad for Kofi in that way. I'm glad that he's getting all of this airtime. He's getting matches. He's on main event practically every week. But every time I see him versus somebody else, I already know the other person's going to win.
Even if it's Hornswoggle, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell, anyone. But Kofi even cut a little 15-second side promo about being in Money in the Bank. He wants to be in Money in the Bank. He'll have. I said a couple weeks ago. He'll end up somehow in a Money in Bank match.
He's gonna show
He'll have
up.
one crazy move.
He's gonna jump from a ladder to the rope to a thing and back in and something crazy, and then he's gonna lose.
And then there's going to be a brief moment where he's the one that's inches away, and the crowd's going to be like, oh my God, they're finally going to give it to him. And then he's going to get thrown through 8 ladders, through
Look, I'm a
tables that are on
trapeze
fire.
artist, and now I die.
Precisely. But meanwhile, in the midst of this, Seth Rollins debuts some new ring gear.
Yeah.
He comes out looking like he's straight out of a comic book, like kind of like a villain. But surprisingly, I didn't hate it.
No, it looked great.
It looked pretty cool. We got to get used to him wearing actual wrestling tights and not the baggy pants and the vests anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. Those pants were a little bit on the tight side. Not used to that look. I know it's weird because everybody we see, I would say 75% of them wearing, spandex and whatnot. But I just wasn't ready for that one. It didn't look quite right. If you know what I mean. It looked a little weird.
Yeah, it kind of looked a bit Hawkeye to me. But like Hawkeye when he was evil villain, during the Avengers.
Actually, I have a point.
Yeah. So I liked it. I found it aerodynamic.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting because like the top, it had like almost kind of like the Batman suit outline because the abs were outlined and the pecs were like outlined on it. But then he took it off and was wrestling with no shirt. And
he didn't need any padding.
Thank you, Kahori, for that. No, well, this is the type of stuff that Kahori normally talks about.
Really?
Just how hot the guys are.
We get a little raunchy on this show.
We do. This is a little raunchier than main event.
You're speaking to your full audience then.
Yes, precisely. So yeah, well, oddly enough, when Cesaro came out, Markeia was just like, ooh, I'm just like, oh no.
Another one?
Yes!
Another one!
She loves Cesaro too!
Yeah.
Well, and as I explained to Christian, the thing that I really love about Cesaro is that awesome move he has where he just throws somebody in the air and then shoulder checks him. I don't know what the name,
uppercut.
Yeah, the uppercut. Yeah.
I found that fantastic. And he's throwing guys that are his weight or heavier up in the air and doing that. That is hot.
I think they just like guys who take charge.
Apparently.
I think that's what
Well, no, because my absolute favorite is Santino.
Moving
All
on.
right. So this match...
oh, you guys are hating on Santino.
No, we're not hating on Santino. We love Santino. It's just seeing him saying like someone finds him attractive.
Yeah, he's
I mean, what's funny is that Santino's legitimately one of the toughest guys on the roster.
Like outside of the ring, like he's like one of the guys you don't mess with.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
he's
super MMA guy.
Yeah.
You could kind of see that, but I just love his character and he's so fun. He's like a jester. He's a warrior in jester clothes.
Every
Or a
woman's dream.
jester in warrior clothes.
Still, every woman's dream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kofi went for the Trouble in Paradise. He missed, he bounced off the ropes, and that led to Rollins powerbombing him into the turnbuckle and then hit the curb stomp for the win. That was pretty much the entire match.
Yep, that was it.
Rollins
then he speed skated in that suit back up the ramp.
Well, no, he got on the mic first.
Yeah, I know, but I was waiting on him to pull out speed skates or something because it was too tight. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep raining.
I was waiting for him to teleport.
Yeah, just beat me up.
He grabs on the mic and begins to talk, but is immediately interrupted by the greaser Dean Ambrose, who's on the Tron. He looked like he just came from West Side Story musical.
Yeah.
And Ambrose says, you always have to be on your toes. It might be right now, might be when you're like heading to the back, might be during your match, but just be aware that every time you're around, you got to think that this is the night that Dean Ambrose gets even. And Rollins is like, well, why don't you, come out here and fight me right now? And Ambrose he's like, oh wait, but you got to go to your match with Kane. And Ambrose is like, yep, I am focusing on Kane tonight, but after that, I'm giving all my attention on you. And I'm going to send both of you to where you belong. In hell. Ooh.
Thought he was going to send him back to Cleveland.
Is Rollins from Cleveland?
No.
I was going to say.
What place is worse than hell?
Oh. I went to school. I went to college. Bakersfield. I went to college around the Cleveland area. I love
I'm just
Cleveland
playing.
and Akron.
As Bill Maher would say, I kid the people in Cleveland. I just hope they don't mess up this NBA draft pick. From there, we go to Dolph Ziggler versus Bad News Barrett, and we got a little promo from Ziggler saying he wants to be in the Money in the Bank match, as well as from Barrett saying that he has every intention of winning the Money in the Bank match. So you can say that the other competitors in that match are going to be like America's World Football Team, where, you know, in reality, you will be destroyed and eliminated. And Michael Cole immediately points out England's been mathematically eliminated from the World Cup.
Yeah,
So
they lost
what are
against
you?
Italy.
What are you?
Saw
What
that
are you?
match.
What are you talking about, Wade?
Yes.
You kind of got this one wrong.
Right. For the World Football match.
For the World Football.
World football.
Barrett like dominated this entire match, and the commentators are busy just talking about that. This week marked the 20th anniversary of the O.J. Simpson Bronco chase, and then reminded us of how that was used in a Roddy Piper Goldust WrestleMania match. Yep. And now Goldust is with Stardust, and talking about what happened on Raw with Cody and Stardust. Like, they're not paying any attention to this match. I'm like, by the way, we got two fantastic wrestlers in the ring right now.
Doesn't matter.
One of them has a title.
Doesn't matter. No.
Can we talk about the match?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't interested until like the Winds of Change happened, and then it's like, oh, let's get back into this match.
We have a match happening. Winds of Change.
Look, a match during our conversation.
Ziggler tried to start fighting back, was doing the 10 punches in the corner. Barrett picks him up to go for a power bomb, and Ziggler counters it into a sunset flip. And can you recall the last time someone won a match with a sunset flip?
Well, he kind of, from the angle, it's like, okay, great. He has him locked into, you know, that into that roll up.
The sunset flip, yeah.
Yeah, but then when they did the camera angle on the other side, I was like, he's not locked into that at all.
No,
What's
but like
going on?
no one gets pinned by a sunset flip anymore.
Yeah. It's a setup.
And in a non-title match, the champion loses, even to Ziggler. And so they're both talking about being in the Money in the Bank match, but now with this happening, it almost makes sense that they have a title match.
He'll be in Money in the Bank.
They should be.
Yeah.
So we won't have any mid-card title matches on the pay-per-view. Just the title match and the tag title match.
Yeah.
And maybe a Divas match.
I'd hope so. I'd like to see Paige in on that. Well, obviously she'd be there.
Well, yeah. But who knows at this point, because she's not really feuding with anyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much the only real kind of tension that happened was on Main Event when it was like Paige and Naomi, and then Cameron went in, acted a fool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Paige had to school her. And then
Acting a fool.
Naomi was like, well, this doesn't involve me, but it kind of does. I hope this ends soon.
Yeah.
So that's basically unless there's some other tension thing that's going on with Paige that I missed.
I don't know. Well, our homework assignment this week to our fans, we give a homework assignment for them to respond on our YouTube page, was what should they do with Paige?
Oh.
And it was really all across the board.
Yeah.
People were like, have her keep doing what she's doing. People were like, have her drop the title immediately. People have her turn heel. Have her feud with Naomi. Have her feud if AJ comes back. By the way, now there are a bunch of rumors going around that AJ's pregnant.
Yep.
That's kind of breaking news.
Congratulations.
Which, if that's true, congratulations.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't know for sure. But a bunch of people have been all day tweeting me and be like, "Oh, by the way, AJ's pregnant." I'm just like, I'll believe it when I hear it from the horse's mouth.
They announce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, congrats. We'll see.
Yeah. Live long and prosper. Yes, I just did that.
Wow.
It slipped out. It really
Just
did.
Something like that doesn't just slip out.
It actually did.
You tried to catch it, but it was
Yeah.
that happened. That just happened.
That really just happened.
Yeah.
In the midst of Ziggler's celebration, though, he hops off the second rope and gets clocked by a beautiful bullhammer.
The best move of the match.
Of the night.
Of the night. I agree with that. That was the best one.
So Barrett stood tall, even though he did lose the match. Now comes a part of the show where I believe all of us are going to be a little angry. Titus versus Adam Rose. Yeah. which was followed by the rematch of Titus versus Adam Rose.
And a whole bunch of... They could have just left the Adam Rose music playing the entire time. Just
scored the match.
Lillian Garcia didn't have to leave the ring.
Yeah, nope.
In the ring announcing. Titus, the bell rings. He gets a couple punches in, whips Adam into the turnbuckle, goes for a splash. Rose gets out of the way. Schoolboy pins him. Starts celebrating. Titus gets on the mic. Hey, I wasn't ready. You can't do that again. Get back in here. He goes back in. Ref rings the bell again. Titus goes for a clothesline. Rose ducks. Rolls him up again. And pins him again.
Titus, listen to me, brother.
Yeah, all right. One-on-one. Rome.
I just want to talk Titus.
All right,
for
it's
a second.
time for one-on-one with
Titus.
Rome.
Titus. Raise the volume on your monitor. Go for it.
I just need to talk to you, brother. Listen, I don't know who you pissed off or what it is you did, because you're a monster. You have great look, great size, and we all think you could be a great heel. Please come into AfterBuzz TV and tell us what the major malfunction is as to why we see all of this potential, but the office just won't let it happen. Because we don't know, and we would like to see you do something more than lose to Adam Rose. I'm sorry.
Twice.
And the two matches combined for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, you guys have the long matches with SmackDown.
Yeah, man.
Oh, clearly.
30 seconds and 30 seconds.
Man.
No, I think the first one was about 40.
Yeah, it was
and the
like
second one was
45,
like 10.
and the next one was like and it's
we're
over.
done.
All right.
Yeah, I really don't understand it. I mean, they have, like you were saying, this is just a wasted super heel opportunity where you can put him in practically anything. I think they should, tone down on his fraternity.
You hate that.
It nails on a chalkboard for me with that. But you could give him anything. He could be with one of the Wyatts for a while. He'd be able to. I mean, him.
How
and
would
Harper,
that work?
Him and Harper.
What, like feud?
Well, no,
Because they're
like
both heels.
Yeah, I know. But how about Well, I know that Harper has Rowan, but I mean something that you could do with Titus. If Bray went and did something else and you wanted to have another trio, then you could have Titus. Titus could fit in other places, I'm saying, and they're just not using him.
I can see Titus
all.
being a group of people that feel underappreciated if they ever decided
Yeah,
to go
if they
that
ever
route. Because
did
there's
that.
definitely a group of guys that can be used for that.
Sandow.
Sandow, Ziggler, Fandango,
Yep.
Ryder.
Del Rio?
Completely forgot about Ryder.
You could. Yeah. But no, I don't
Rio's
think the
kind
crowd
of a
will buy
star.
him as much for that because he's actually held titles.
Mm.
But yeah, the guy's got the size. He's got good power moves. He's got a great look. He can talk. He's a great representative of the company outside of WWE. I mean, he's in those like fatherhood commercials with Reigns and Del Rio. He's one of those guys for them. And then they have him do this.
Yeah.
He has so many. He's a great talker when he's outside and he's just speaking on behalf of the company.
Yeah.
And doing things like that. Those are the guys I would think they would hold on to. And then they put him under twice to a gimmick that will be next year's Fandango.
Yeah.
And I like Fandango a lot.
And I like Adam Rose a lot. And this originally isn't an insult to Adam Rose. It's just, why did they do this?
Yeah. Don't know.
I don't know. I just don't want him to go the way of Kofi Kingston.
He's
we
already surpassed that.
Oh, no.
At least Kofi's won titles.
Yeah, he's had his. Oh man, yeah. Don't get me started.
Yeah. All right. So now we got Dean Ambrose versus Kane. And again, so this match, this is supposed to be the hour one main event.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. Hashtag Streets of Rage. And so we're thinking, all right, this match might go like 15 because the hour one main event, they started kind of building this one. You got Rollins on commentary. And again, this match is about 5 minutes long. Ambrose and Kane are just throwing everything at each other at warp speed. And then the tornado DDT by Ambrose, and Rollins stands up at the commentating table, and Cole or someone says like don't get mad. Rollins is like, I'm not mad, I just want a better view.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, he did like a classic "come at me, bro" pose.
Come at me, bro.
That's what I was.
Come at me, bro. Did he say it like that?
Yes,
Okay,
he did.
cool.
With his body language.
Come at me, bro.
I
What
had
am
a
I
friend
doing?
who has that saying with Jesus on the shirt.
Oh, God.
Yes, Jesus and it says, "Come at me, bro." At the top. It's hilarious.
Oh man, that is funny.
And in the midst of this, then Ambrose runs out of the ring and tackles Rollins to the ground. I'm thinking ref's going to ring a DQ or at least count him out.
Yeah.
None of that happens.
Nope.
Ambrose then hops up from that, jumps off the announce table into Kane, who catches him with an uppercut.
Yeah, he like fist checked on his face.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fist
nice.
check on the face.
Fist check on the face.
And then throws him in the ring and gives him a choke slam, and Kane beats Ambrose. That kind of hurts some momentum. But, I mean, I wasn't expecting Ambrose to beat Kane clean, but I expected a DQ finish in this.
Yeah, I didn't expect for them to do the whole distraction thing
Yeah.
to have Ambrose lose. I mean, I understand how it works into the story that they're doing because he's like flying off the handle. Vengeance is on his mind. He's going to go after Rollins no matter what. But it's like, come on. If you're going up against Kane and Rollins is over there, defeat Kane and then serve Rollins' butt.
Yeah.
I just need Ambrose to get some new clothes. That's all. I mean,
It's Jimmy Wang Yang, man.
it's Axel from Streets of Rage. That's what it is. I tweeted it out. I made a meme on it. Go check it out at Rome the Ruler. But
We're not plugging our Twitters yet.
I just did.
FC Rosa VOC. Go on.
But yeah, I can't take it. He looks like he just finished changing my oil. Like I need him to. He looks so cool in the Shield clothes. Now Roman Reigns is the only one who can wear the Shield clothes. Whatever. I understand that. Cool. You know, that's what they're doing with him. But for God's sake, give the man something better than a white wife beater and a pair of jeans. Looks like Brett. I almost said it.
Brett Favre.
You caught yourself.
Favre.
Caught yourself.
That's what he was saying.
Caught yourself.
Looks like
Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
I was about to go in. It just got real.
Yeah, I'd like it if they did something like, because when Rollins earlier was talking about, oh, you're going to be in a straitjacket. I want them to go that brand of crazy with with Dean Ambrose.
I can see him
Yeah, that works.
eventually doing that.
Oh.
Because ever since he debuted, I was saying he just screams. There was a wrestler in the mid-90s named Brian Pillman, who they nicknamed him kind of like the time bomb. He was just like the loose cannon.
Yeah.
Nick. He would any moment he was just gonna snap and no one could control him.
That's what he is.
And and Ambrose reminds me of him so much. And I actually applaud WWE and Ambrose because he's still being exactly the same as a psycho, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And
Still
for the
the
life
same.
of me, did not expect that to work, and it is. Because it's just like, you're the ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Why should we enjoy you?
Just
But we do.
Don't know. We like it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a thing going on.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, we coming to get you.
What did you think Rome was going to finish saying? Well, you can tell us by going to iTunes
Oh.
and give us a 5-star rating. Please give us a 5-star rating. Don't be offended by that. And
What?
Well, he was about to say Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
everybody knows that.
That's right.
Everybody knows
Everybody knows
that
that.
clip.
Well, you can
Nicolas
subscribe
Cage.
to all your favorite AfterBuzz podcasts like SmackDown, Raw, Main Event, which Markeia is on every Wednesday night, NXT, and pretty much any other TV show that you watch. More than likely, AfterBuzz does. And make sure also you can see the full schedule of those shows on AfterBuzzTV.com, as well as watch the videos of them on the YouTube page and leave us comments, questions, all that fun stuff. And by the way, Rollins hit a curb stomp on Ambrose. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
He did
sure.
that.
Yeah, and then gloated over Ambrose's, body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger comes to the ring with Coulter. Coulter mentions last week an injustice occurred. Big E took advantage of a distraction of that blonde-headed Russian bimbo, Lana. And now he's claiming that Big E is in cahoots with Lana and Rusev. Which makes perfect sense considering they just wrestled on a pay-per-view 2 weeks ago.
Just it.
So, of course, that's the case. So Big E naturally comes out right away, and we have Big E versus Swagger.
Yeah, he was fired up, too.
Swagger was fired up. Swagger was a house of fire. He is going crazy on Big E. And I'm thinking in the midst of this, well, Zeb just brought up Lana and Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably interfere towards the end of this match. But as soon, like, I can't even finish that thought in my head, and the match is over.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't know what took more time up, the talking before or the match itself.
The talking.
Yeah, because it was quick.
Yeah. Was that the big ending?
Close on in the big ending.
Yeah.
And Big E wins. What? What just happened?
Just don't know.
No. I was confused. And
Well, you don't like I said in the room, you don't call Big E a bad American. But I would like to see some kind of dispute thing that happens between Lana and Zeb now. Because, she's uber Russian, he's uber American. They're each representing really great talent, so
true, but again, Zeb though, I mean, they're heels, they're bad guys. And Lana is clearly a bad guy because they're doing the USA thing. So it's just like, where would the crowd? I mean, by default, they would go for USA chant and cheer for Zeb, but they don't want to.
I don't know. Lana is uber hot.
she is.
She
can sway a crowd.
She can wear a skirt pretty well.
Yes.
And everything that she's saying, she isn't wrong.
Yeah.
She isn't wrong with what she's saying about America. She's just saying it pretty hard.
Then we get to the Wendy Williams, Jerry Springer segment of the show.
Oh my goodness.
Fandango is backstage and he knocks on Layla's dressing room. Apparently Layla gets her own dressing room now.
Favorite part of the show.
And he mentions to her to hurry up because they're on next. And he starts walking away, and all of a sudden he happens to run into Summer Rae, who has been doing nothing but be a good guy over the last several weeks in this feud with Layla. But Summer Rae tells Fandango, I just want to apologize to you for what I've been doing. I'm in love with you. And Layla's great, and she clearly loves you. But I just want you to know that she doesn't love you like I do. And then proceeds to kiss Fandango. Suck his face.
Yes.
And shockingly, at that moment, Layla opens the door and sees this.
He did kiss back. He did kiss back. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. Summer Rae runs away. And then Layla's just like, what? But I thought you were the one. And
see,
I'm 36 and still single. This can't work.
That's
and
BS.
back in the dressing room.
No?
That's BS. Everybody knows Layla's a Latina. That is not how she would have responded to that in real life.
No, especially since what was it last week on Main Event? She she attacked Summer Rae with like milk and
cat litter.
Oh, yeah.
Milk and cat litter. Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
way.
nah.
The only reason she's going back into that dressing room is to get a shift.
Yeah, razor blades and lemon juice. That's what was about to happen.
Razor blades and lemon juice.
Razor blades and lemon juice all day.
Wow. So that leads us to Bo Dallas taking on Fandango, which again, when the graphic came up, I screamed at him like, why are these two wrestling each other? This makes zero sense. But Fandango comes out alone, and as soon as the bell rings, all of a sudden Summer runs out to the ring and starts like hugging him and dancing with him, like, oh, everything's back to how it used to be. And Fandango's just like, what's going on? And meanwhile, Rome even pointed out, like, he forgot Bo Dallas was there.
Completely.
And all of a sudden, so Summer Rae is now standing ringside, trying to support her man, who you supposedly hate, and that's why the crowd's cheering for you, but now you're showing that you still love him, and now the crowd doesn't know what to do with you. And then Layla comes out and attacks you, and now they're cheering that. And Fandango's trying to separate the two, and they're running in the ring. They take the ref down.
Yeah.
Bo Dallas is still there. and Layla goes to kick Summer Rae. She ducks. She kicks Fandango by accident. The two of them then continue to brawl.
She hit him twice in that melee. She hit him with
did.
an elbow too.
Yeah.
He got hit twice.
Yeah. You trying to break up a girl fight?
Well,
you take some hits.
True. Summer and Layla continue to fight off up the ramp, Bo Dallas then shows up. And says, are you okay? Let me help you up, Fandango. Are you all right? All right, well, the bell's rung, so, may the best man win. So best of luck to you. And hits the Bodog.
Yeah.
Gets the win and begins his celebration of going 8-0. He is 8-0.
I love the way they're using Bo Dallas right now.
Yeah.
After
You didn't like it at the beginning.
I went on a few rants about how they were using him, and the new direction, this works a lot better. I said it last week, and once again this week, this was even better. Just him being the punchline to someone else's situation is so hilarious because his reactions.
I'm loving every single thing about Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Everything.
He has great facial expressions. It's just I'm feeling everything. It's like he was handed a golden egg. And he's like, yes, I will take this. You must believe.
And then he gets the microphone and goes up to Fandango's face. He's like, it's okay. There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah.
And one day you'll catch the right one. All you got to do is believe. I made a bow.
Mic drop.
Ate a bow with the thumbs and everything.
Nailed it.
Oh.
Yeah, but with taking him out of being the catalyst for something happening and just letting him be the reaction for something happening.
Yes.
It's much better.
Let him just be that natural consequence that happens when they're all involved in this. And he's like, well, it's my time.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait.
Is this where I do?
Is this where I can come in?
Yeah.
I wrestle now? Okay.
That's it.
And just a quick side note, because I have to say something. I wish that WWE would do more with its divas than like this whole cat fight, subplot that they have going on. It did fuel a really great thing with going into Bo Dallas and Fandango, but it's so used. It's so used and it's so petty at this point. It's like I would like something else to occur.
You don't want women fighting over their man?
Yeah, because, like you were saying at the beginning, it's so Jerry Springer and so over it.
Oh, come on. Jerry Springer was huge in 94.
80s, 90s. Yeah.
96. Oh, somewhere in the
Welcome
mid-90s.
to 2014.
Yeah.
Trying to remember when Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV came out.
It was around 96. It was around the beginning of the Attitude Era because it was part of what... Yeah.
So...
part of what Vince Russo.
This was the PG Jerry Springer right here.
Man.
But yeah, it's just, going to your point, because the only match we have left is main event, right?
Yeah, we got the Wire promo in the main event.
Cool. So we got a couple minutes to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I also know the WWE is in they're a bit of a bind when it comes to the divas, but it seems like whenever they hit a bind, they completely forget, we can continue with the other people. They lost AJ. And it actually going all the way back to Naomi and Oksana
with the eye injury.
It goes back to the Divas division was hot leading up to that. When that happened, that screwed up the big match for WrestleMania, which I believe was going to be AJ and Naomi.
That would have been a great match.
Yeah. And since then, they seemed like they didn't really know where to go. Paige showed up, and they did what they did with that, and they still don't know where they want to go. And now Tamina's out, AJ's gone, and you just got, and they have
Tamina's hurt, Oksana's fired,
and they still got a lot of good female wrestlers.
They do.
They do.
But like I said, they seem to when a perfect story gets dropped, they don't ever seem to pick it right back up and go in. It's like, let's focus on something else and we'll come back to that. They do the same thing with tag teams. Tag teams get really hot, and then something happens and they just de-emphasize them for a while.
Well, like what I think they should do with Paige's account was our YouTube question last week. She keeps going on and they keep calling her the anti-diva.
Yeah.
Yet they haven't done anything anti-diva.
Yeah, no.
I want like some backstage or segment, or say
a promo.
Well, 4th of July is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while they'll do like the bikini contest or some sort of thing. So like like divas come out for that, the audience vote, and they go to introduce Paige to come out, and she does not come out. Mm-hmm. She just refuses to go. And then we're like, well, everyone's wondering, well, where's Paige? They go on and do the thing. Like after come back from commercial, next segment they just see Paige like hanging out in the locker room. They're just like, why weren't you out there for the diva bikini contest? I'm not a diva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Just thinking like I'm different than everyone else.
Yeah.
And like there, okay, right there, boom. We have an attitude. We have a story.
yeah.
She's
Actually,
gotta
actually
be-
would like that story too. Wait, they have a diva bikini
They
contest.
do those once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I've only been watching since like October of
Right.
last year.
You're a newbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So don't worry, we tune in for those.
Yeah.
Those.
We watched the
I'm
bikini contest.
I'm sure. Do they do a speedo thing with the guys?
No, that's just called wrestling.
Yeah. Once in a while, there might be a guy to try to steal a spotlight from the divas and wear an
fun.
inappropriate thing.
They have had that happen.
That has happened.
Oh,
You need to
okay.
watch Shawn Michaels and Triple H, Original DX, Merry Christmas on YouTube. You'll be happy.
Okay, then I will.
And also, if you really want that, I'll give you 3 words: Billy and Chuck.
Okay.
All you got to do, WWE, Billy and Chuck.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As
Yeah.
long as there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, just wow. She's got, if she does that though, she has to be better than AJ. She's got to be better than AJ. That's the problem.
Page.
'Cause
Oh.
Paige has
Oh,
got.
I thought it was talking about Billy and Chuck.
No,
No.
no, not no. Oh, they had the greatest theme song, but
They did.
Yeah, no. Paige would have to be better than AJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be hard. So
True.
We'll see. 2 similar divas at the same time.
I don't know. Like, Paige has that crazy, but she also has the sportsmanship. It's like you can feel like this is an art form and a physical thing for her, as opposed to just I'm cute and nuts. You know,
Yeah.
like
I'm
AJ.
cute and nuts.
And you just hashtagged yourself. They're gonna make that.
hashtag I'm cute and nuts
Yeah.
for Markeia.
Oh man.
So Wyatt promo, he talks about how all the other competitors in that title ladder match are running around like they're blind mice, but what will happen when the snake enters the maze? He's referring to himself as the snake.
Yeah.
I figured it out. He calls himself the designer of chaos, and we've exited the laws of reality into the era of Wyatt. He's ready. He's ready to win a title.
Yeah, he is.
And that
If
was
he-
by far the best promo of the 7.
If he does, we called it.
We did last week, didn't we? Or at least you did. I was still up in the air because I didn't know. Oh, we didn't know everyone. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. Would they
who's
have
winning that
him
one.
win a title? He's so good on the fringes, though, with the taking pot shots at Cena and, tearing down.
Well, for the
other
love of God, he
people.
better be done with Cena.
Yeah, please. We don't. No more Cena. Please. No
Yeah,
more
I'm-
Bray
I'm,
Cena.
I'm not a Cena hater by any stretch of imagination. Tom on Main Event, Tom the Calm.
Tom the
he
Calm.
he's a big anti-Cena person, and I was like, oh, I don't get it.
I'm not
But after seeing
anti-Cena.
this match-
Nobody. We're not anti-Cena.
We're just
It's just
anti.
like-
we had Bray and Cena for nearly 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Cena. I like Cena a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the hell out of him, but yeah, it's too much of the same story.
Yeah, I hear you.
And if Bray does win it, which we'll do our predictions next week, but if Bray wins it, I want him to somehow float up and get it.
Yeah.
Like they got to connect an invisible string to him. The lights go out. Harper and Rowan have cleared the ring. No ladder necessary, and he just floats,
floats
up and
up
takes
to
the
the-
titles.
he just
and he's
stands
just
there and levitates.
hanging there holding the titles.
Man, you know what I want? I want everybody else to be cleared out. He's at the bottom of the ring. He's at the bottom of the ladder. Lights go out. They come back up. He's at the top of the ladder. Lights go out. Come back up. He's on the ramp holding both of the.
Just every
Also
time the
good.
lights come on, he's in a new place.
Yeah.
Can he climb up the ladder doing the crab walk?
Ooh.
No. But
No.
I don't think it's physically
He
possible.
can pose at the top doing it, but
Right.
that's
Ooh.
kind of just
Oh, that's just
lay his lower
asking
back
for an
on it.
injury, though. You know.
Yeah. That's a big
Ooh.
guy. He's about 280, 300 maybe.
Man.
Yeah, he's right around 300. Yeah.
Big boy.
Main event time: Del Rio, Cesaro, Orton, and Wyatt versus Cena, Sheamus, and Reigns. Sheamus and Cena are refusing to tag in Reigns, and Reigns is getting mad.
Yeah, he gave a mad dog to Cena.
He gave a mad dog?
Yeah, he was mad dogging him.
Okay.
Black people lingo.
Oh.
As in, he was staring at him
Angrily?
Yes, he was staring
stared
at him
at him
angrily.
I hear Mad
malicious
Dog. I
intent.
don't hear a stare. I don't hear the word look. I'm just like Mad Dog. Well, I didn't see a dog. I didn't see
Yeah,
the
it was
cheap.
just like-
I didn't see the cheap alcohol I
Wow.
drank in college.
You're
I didn't-
really white.
Have we met?
You, I mean, I assumed you would know the term mad dog in a person.
I
Yeah.
guess I don't.
Yeah, because he
Well, yeah,
went
this-
to a full Mad Dog,
Yeah.
and then he gave him the angry side eye.
Okay, but see,
Yeah,
you said
right.
side eye and you did the look. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's clearly a facial reaction there. When you say he mad dogged him, I'm like, huh?
Way to use context clues there to bring it all together for you.
I am someone who needs specifics, and
We
I'm a
see.
detailed-oriented person.
Okay.
That is why this is out here to guide
to
me
guide
through the
you.
show.
Urban Dictionary, mad dogging.
Hold on, let me get so eventually there comes a point in the match where everyone just starts brawling. I was thinking at that point where everyone's just going to ring the bell and call it no contest. But somehow, in the first time in the history of wrestling, the referee separated 7 guys from brawling without leaving the ring.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, guys, you have to go back in your car. Yes,
You
sir.
go this way. You
Yes,
go that
sir.
way.
All right, I'm sorry.
Like, no problem.
We'll
Back to
re-
wrestling.
We got a little overexcited. Our apologies. We'll send you a letter in the morning.
we will respect your authority.
Finally get a hot tag to Reigns, who just cleans house. Superman punch on Wyatt. Orton goes for an RKO. He counters it, tosses Orton out of the ring. Del Rio then goes for the cross arm breaker. He counters that and hits a spear. And Reigns picks up the win for his team. And then Cena, Sheamus, and Reigns pose in victory as SmackDown goes off the air.
Yeah, staring up at the belts.
Yes.
That Bray Wyatt is going to levitate too.
Yes.
And she's better than you also at doing that
I
sound.
suck at that thing. I've never said I was good at the. I've never claimed I was good at that.
Say that again?
Oh my God.
That's so cute.
Markeia is never invited back. And
Corey and Markeia have both destroyed you when it comes to the Wyatt sounder. Wow.
And AJ0314 in the chat, yes, I was referring to Mad Dog 2020.
Mad
That's
Dog 2020 is,
yes.
it's a wino drink.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, the drink that I had in college.
Like I said, it was a wino drink.
Yeah. All right. It was good at the time of being broke college student.
It's good, but it's still a wino drink.
So what do we give match of the night to? I don't want to give it to Fandango and Dallas. That was the most exciting thing I had in this whole
Yeah.
show for me.
I really
it's-
want to.
I really want to, but the other match was half an hour long. You know,
Yeah.
it had a lot of fun personality moments in it, like when Cesaro did a foot tag to Bray.
We did see a foot
and then,
tag.
Yeah,
And you loved
then,
the super uppercut.
yeah, he did a great super uppercut against Cena.
Yep.
You know, who
Yeah.
immediately recovered. That was fun.
Super Cena.
Yeah, but I mean, everything from like the staring angrily that Reigns did to Cena. It's just there were a lot of fun
Glaring
things,
at
you know.
him with
yes, glaring.
malicious intent.
Yes, malicious.
I understand that.
But yeah, I liked Del Rio's sneakiness. He was sneaky hitting Cena when the ref's back was turned and flying out of the ring. And oh my God, he's gonna break his tailbone one day. Yeah, I give it to Bo Dallas and Fandango.
After that long analysis of the main event, Bo Dallas and Fandango.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, just thinking about it.
Damn it, and
was,
I'm
it was the best match. It
I'm
was.
seconding it.
You're thirding it.
Yeah. Oh, you already made
I
your
said
official.
Fandango and Bo.
Well, there it is.
okay.
That's all of
Alright.
us.
Were you not listening to me?
No, I
split-
heard you say it,
yeah.
but then you didn't like officially. You said I'm thinking. About
I
giving it."
proclaim that Bo Dallas versus Fandango was my match of the night tonight.
And this episode of Game of Thrones has been brought to you.
Well, then they just have their season finale.
They
We
did.
need a little more.
Yeah,
They extended just a tad.
Just a bit.
Yeah. So, YouTube question of the week.
No, we didn't even talk about that.
No, we didn't really talk about. Well, I guess my big one is kind of with the stories of things like that is what should they really do, if anything, with Swagger? Because again, kind of turning him Like, are you going to turn him face to do the thing with Rusev, or are you just going to have him keep doing this? Find him another tag team partner.
Yeah.
Heath Slater's now available, like I mentioned last week.
Oh, yeah, because they broke up 3MB.
I know. Don't remind me.
Oh,
I'm really sad about that.
Hurt.
I am very hurt about that.
Yeah.
I miss Drew and Jinder.
Yeah.
I'm hindering now
Yeah,
because Jinder's
out,
gone.
right? Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. What should they do with Swagger? Leave us your comments on our YouTube page. And in the meantime, you could always chat with us on that wonderful social media device known as Twitter. Markeia, for being so kind and joining us this week on SmackDown, how can people reach out to you?
Oh, you guys can find me on Twitter. I'm at Markeia McCarty, MarKeia. Also on Instagram, Markeia McCarty. Or check in on Wednesdays. I'm doing main event with Tom the Com, Scott Narver, and Gabby Loren.
There you go. Rome.
Yep. You can always come talk to me at
That
Rome.
sounded creepy.
Yes. Come talk to me. You can find me at Rome the Ruler. That is ROME for all the idiots out there who would possibly think my name is spelled ROAM. I actually got that question last week.
What?
Yeah, somebody asked me, you mean Rome like roam around? I'm like, no, like the city, you idiot. Like just
Wow.
people are strange.
right.
But yeah, Rome the Ruler, and you can also follow me on IG at Empire of Rome with underscores between the words. Holla at a player.
All right. And you can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. And also check out Legends House AfterBuzz. I've been doing that with Hobo and Soapbox Mark. We'll be doing the reunion episode this Tuesday, which will be our last one of that. So check us all out, and of course for all your updates on all things AfterBuzz, you can follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzzTV. So for Markeia McCarty for filling in for Corey this week, thank you so much. And
welcome, guys.
Rome Moore, I am Christian Rosenberg, and we will see you next week.
From executive producers Markeia Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Mad dogging.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.